Hi guys, this is Lada from astrolada.com and I'm here with your October 2017 videos. But this October I'm gonna focus on one exceptional astrological event. This is Jupiter changing signs, moving from Libra into Scorpio. And these videos are not gonna be just for October. You can watch them all up till November 2018 because all this time for around 12 months, Jupiter will be in a new sign. So this video will be your guiding light for the next 12 months, so come back to them. And this is tremendous event, one of the most important astrological events this year, and like every year when Jupiter transits signs. And because it shifts your luck, it shifts your opportunities totally, and now the water and earth signs will be kind of manifesting more powerfully. And Jupiter is moving into Scorpio, where it's going to be very strong. Till now, the last 1 year, Jupiter was in Libra. It's not as strong in Libra because it's a sign where Jupiter does not do so well in. And not only that, but in the last 1 year, Jupiter was making a lot of challenging aspects to Uranus, to Pluto. So it's even if it manifested, and it does manifest because Jupiter is the bringer of opportunities. If it manifested, it was with more challenges, with more surprises, with more effort, so to speak. But this year, Jupiter being in Scorpio, where it's very strong, it's in a sign that it loves to be in. It's very strong in Scorpio because Mars, that rules Scorpio, is a friend of Jupiter. And not only that, but it's really helped the whole 2018 by positive aspects only. Saturn is in a good relationship to Jupiter. Saturn will be in Capricorn. If you want to figure out that, basically, to know the astrology, Saturn in Capricorn as well, but also Pluto and Neptune will be in good aspects to Jupiter, so it has no challenging aspects. So it's gonna give abundance and bounty in a positive, easy way. So we're gonna go through all the 12 signs. And by the way, join me on the 21st of October, me and a group of amazing astrologers, at least 5 or 6. We're gonna be doing a astrology marathon live. If you can't be present live, it's gonna be Saturday, but if you can't make it, you can watch it after that as a recording. We're gonna do the most important astrological events from 2018 to 2021, like Saturn conjunct Pluto, Saturn in Capricorn, Jupiter in Scorpio, the eclipses, Venus retrograde in Scorpio, Mars retrograde in Aquarius and Capricorn, all the big events. It's a astrological bonanza, astrological marathon. I'm super excited. We're gonna have a peek into the next 3 years ahead. And by the way, this Jupiter in Scorpio now, so those videos, it's general. You know, we're going to go through each sign, but it is general. And if you want more specifically to know about Jupiter, how it's going to impact you, like a professional astrologer outlook from your ascendant, from the specific house cast, join me on the 30th of September live, or watch after that the recording of Jupiter in Scorpio webinar. And I'll show you how to exactly predict what opportunities will be coming in your horoscope according to the degrees in your horoscope, according to the planets. And Jupiter will be affecting other signs, not only Scorpio, but 2 other signs will manifest powerfully in the coming 1 year because of the playing together with Saturn. So join me to find out more in-depth information. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Let's see how this pivotal transit of Jupiter from your 4th into the 5th house will affect you for the next year. And let's first start with a quick recap of what has been happening for Cancer in the last 1 year while Jupiter was in your 4th house. And this is for anyone who has their Ascendant, Sun, or Moon in Cancer. And I would look at them in that order. The ascendant is always the most important, but if you have Sun or Moon in Cancer as well, you might have felt that very strongly. Well, Jupiter, the planet of opportunities and the planet of almost gives like new beginnings, new growth, has been in your 4th house. For some Cancer, it might have mean expanding their family. Jupiter is about expansion and growth. It's about gaining a family. It's about settling down for some of them. Some of them might have mean reconnecting with family or their roots of origin, creating a stronger bond, more healing bond with the mother. Also, because Jupiter was in Libra here, and Libra is about balance, achieving more balance in their family, achieving more beautiful home environment. Maybe some of them might have a couple of Cancer people that did renovations in their house, and they made it better looking and more balanced as well. There were some new beginnings in their home and personal life with family, reignition of the knowledge of the family, maybe interest in the family tree or the history, expansion of the positive experiences that happen to you, or maybe healing of an unbalanced relationship, bringing back to a balance with family members of some sort of the last 12 months. And anything to do with property, land, and things like that might have gone more positive or well when Jupiter, or with family now. Like my husband and son in Cancer, while Jupiter was in his fourth house, well, we added a member to our family, expansion of family, and we made our house a bit nicer. We changed the carpets and we did a few renovations, so expansion of that. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you know, the world is changing, but yeah, it could have affected all those things. And also fourth house, according to ancient astrology's vehicles, we also bought a car finally. And so that's might have contributed to buying a vehicle of some sort, a car. In Western astrology is the third house, but I would advise you to look also, because third house is movement to the fourth house as well. And when Jupiter is moving to your fifth house, it's going to be there in Scorpio. And from October now till November 2017, you're going to see all those, how do I say, you're going to see the results of Jupiter in the fifth house by the end of November 2018. I'm not saying that immediately in this October, all your luck and everything changes when Jupiter enters Scorpio, but you'll start noticing it gradually. And it takes a whole year for you to turn back and to say, oh, wow, yes, that's what's happening. So Jupiter entering your fifth sign from the ascendant sun and moon, or fifth house as we call it, means that there will be an expansion of your creativity. Fifth house on the basic level is ruled by the sun naturally. The sun is there, and the sun is the natural planet connected with the fifth house, which is creativity, your genius. So you as a Cancer, you find yourself coming out from the comfort of your home and familiar environment, recharged, and coming into center stage roles. You might, for example, if you're an actor, artist, in drama or making jewelry or whatever, you can find yourself that your creative juices are spinning much faster, that you're getting a lot more inspiration. You might get an inspiration, which is what Jupiter does, but expands the fifth house of creativity. And fifth house rules creativity, that you can create your own business with. Something you're passionate about, you can turn it into business, into something materially profitable, because Jupiter rules wealth. And that's something that brings opportunities. I remember when Jupiter was transiting my fifth house, that I expanded my business. Jupiter is expansion, and I did it because I had a lot of new creative ideas how to make new videos with new information in new places. So this creative spark, originality that Jupiter expanded, helped me expand my own business. But I've seen many people who naturally have in their horoscope indications that they can have their own business, be able to start it or be able to grow it while Jupiter is transiting their fifth house. Because fifth house, what is it? It's things that we create. It might be children that we create, or it might be something you grow from little, like a baby, and take care of it. And Jupiter expands those opportunities. And Jupiter makes you feel excited about whatever it's passing through. And in the fifth house is to create something from scratch, to produce something like a child, like growing it like a child, And this will have a totally healing, transformational effect on you as a Cancer, because Jupiter is transiting Scorpio. And not only that, but Scorpio is a sign of intense focus and almost like ruthless-like determination to succeed. So whatever you put your mind on now, Jupiter will expand it even more, and especially if it's something about creating something, creativity or business of some sort, Jupiter definitely expands it and intensifies this obsession that Scorpio is known for, this intensity, because it is in Scorpio, this intensity in regards to creating something original, something, expanding this creation that you have, and deriving almost orgasmic, obsessive pleasure out of it, which is what Scorpio is. Okay, another thing is that if you want children, that might be the year that you can get pregnant. If you don't want children, be careful, because first of all, you'll be highly sexual. Jupiter is in Scorpio, triggers, and fifth house is one of the houses of sex, for fun, to have fun. The sex that you feel like butterflies with, and you like spontaneous sex that happens. You know, I'm not saying one night stands, but spontaneous sex for fun is the fifth house, sex, and it can lead to children actually. So be careful. If you don't want to get pregnant, if you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you'll be more fertile. Jupiter increases the fertility of the fifth house because it's the house of creativity, creating something. You can create with your body, another human being, or you can create business. So if you don't want to have another baby, just be careful, or a baby, and focus it into a creative outlet of some sort. Jupiter can help you find some new creative hobby or passion, because the fifth house is about creativity and having fun and enjoying yourself. That acts like a rebirth for you, because Scorpio is the sign of rebirth, of therapeutic healing, deep transformational healing. So there can be some intense transformational healing that comes to you by getting a new hobby, by getting a baby, by giving birth. And it doesn't matter what age you're much more likely to have a big transformation, Scorpio, in your life through creating something new, a child or whatever. And so you're more fertile, don't forget that. And if you get pregnant now, you give birth to babies that are very intense. Anyway, and fifth house on that level is what spins out creative juices and gives us butterflies. Well, it's romance. So fifth house rules romance. So what it can happen again is that some life transforming Scorpio romance comes, and it's healing for you. Jupiter brings you opportunity. It opens the doors to whatever house it's transiting. Fifth houses, love affairs, falling in love, this feeling of being on cloud nine. Children constantly feel it. That's why the fifth house is the house of children, because they are constantly happy. Life is a joy. Life is a miracle. This is the state of the fifth house. Being in wonder of this amazing world, being constantly creative, being constantly enjoying yourself and having fun. And you know how children, they enjoy life so much that they're constantly creative, and when do you get to feel again like a child? Most easy. Either when you're creating something like paint or whatever, or the easiest way is when you fall in love. That's why the fifth house also rules being in love and romance, because then you become naturally creative. Even me, who is never creative, when I fall in love, I start writing poems and I start inventing fun little things for my partner and games. And then when everything settles into committed relationship, seventh house, my creativity goes down the drain. But while you're in love, you're so creative. So, and then you can create a child, or you can create a business, but it's something, it can come, this healing can come to you. The Scorpio is about big healing, transformational healing that comes to you. It's something that turns your life around through all those three things: some creativity, some romance that spins your happiness hormones, or a child, or a new passion, new passionate creative. And it's gonna be, if you're starting a new romance, it's gonna be very intense. It's gonna be very sexual, like Scorpio it is, and it's going to be very deep, intense, and turn your life around and heal you in some levels. But also it can create some power struggles, because Scorpio is like that, but they're not going to be destructive ones, because Jupiter is making good aspects from the fifth house. It's only making good aspects to your ninth house. Neptune is there and is making good aspect to your third, to the seventh house in Capricorn. Committed Pluto is there in the seventh house, and Neptune is in the ninth house, and Jupiter is making a sextile and a trine to those. And it's kind of such a romantic relationship can lead to committed relationship or marriage, and to following your dharma, the ninth house, and to higher inspiration even. Interesting, for Cancer, it's getting very interesting. You're feeling more like having fun. You're feeling more intense and passionate. And for you, as Cancer, is all your romantic, falling in love, they're intense and passionate, because Scorpio is always in your fifth house. But Jupiter there spins it, triggers it, makes it happen, or some kind of new creative idea can lead to a new business partnership and attracting and creating new goals in your life, ninth house, and creating more clients, seventh house. Anyway, that's for you, Cancers. Hope you enjoy that one. If you want more, and by the way, from there, Jupiter will make good aspects from your fifth house also to the first house and also to the ninth house, because Jupiter makes trine aspects to those houses, which means it can expand the body. Be careful, you don't want to put on weight, but it can also expand your confidence and sense of well-being. It can expand the opportunities to travel to foreign countries, expand the opportunities to inspiration, to spiritual seeking of higher truths, so foreign travel or higher education. Love you, Cancers. And if you want to really in depth to see how personally it's going to affect you from your house cusps and everything, if you don't need to know anything about astrology, come on the 30th of September. I will explain it specifically how this will impact each one of you. So thank you, because this is general just for Cancer, but people have different, you might have planets in some signs, and we're going to speak about that. So thank you so much. Oh yeah, and the 31st of October, 21st of October, come and join us for the free live event for the astrology, the most important astrological developments of 2021. And there'll be huge, huge, big things. I mean, remember when in the 90s, the Berlin Wall fell and communism disappeared? Well, a similar event is happening, something in the political system, in the system of the whole organization of the world will be changing in a big way. So we're going to be talking about those things for free. Thank you.